Wait, we go like this, right?
Ooh.
Slobs, restart this. Oh, we cannot swear.
Do whatever you want.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
This close? Oh, my God.
What do you think? Adults.
What are our topics for today?
Thank you for joining me.
Restart it.
Welcome back to a brand new episode of Slobs Anonymous. I am your host, Joey C., here with my co-host,
KB.
K. Bizzle. What is happening? How are you?
Not much. So,
how's the week?
Yeah, the week is okay. I can't complain. I had a super busy weekend and it was fun, but I'm excited to just be on vacation.
Yeah, technically she's talking to you from West Virginia.
West Virginia, right now. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna go to an insane asylum, Trans-Allegheny.
Perfect. They checking you in there or what?
Yeah,
How's
right. Basically, yeah.
You have free room and board?
Yeah.
They just see the last name and they're like, right this way.
Yeah, right. They're like, oh, Barrio Accardo. Oh,
right.
Yeah. Okay, definitely. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. I need it. I really fucking need a vacation.
Yeah.
So what's up with you?
No, I first and foremost, happy Friday, everybody, on this miraculous Friday. That's another day we got to, another Friday we got to, finally,
We
made
it.
Yeah, it's always good to make it to Friday. My week, like the highlight, consists of also being a slob. So I have a slob story about myself.
Oh, really? What is it?
So, like, I don't know how long ago, 4, 5, 6, 7, however long ago the movie Super Troopers 2 came out.
Okay.
My brother got me a copy on DVD for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went to go watch it towards the hour and 15-minute mark, the movie would freeze and it wouldn't let you watch the rest of the movie.
Okay. So
I
that
thought
was
it was
like a DVD skipper?
Right. So I thought it was like a DVD player issue or something,
Right.
So I tried it like in a PlayStation, same thing. It would freeze around the exact same time. I tried it in a Blu-ray player, same thing. It would freeze around the same time.
Uh-huh.
So we went to go bust it out last week to watch it, and I forgot about it.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, this sucks. That's right. So I went on Amazon, and I ordered a new copy.
Uh-huh.
And then when I got it, I was like,
are you sending the old one back?
I wonder if I can send the
You
old
did
copy
not.
back to them. So I totally fucking did and got my money back.
My God. You're bad.
But it's a bad copy to begin with. Like, so I didn't even, I was like, this is whatever the production, company is that made the DVD. It was a faulty DVD.
That's awful.
But I was like,
Joseph.
fuck that. I want a good DVD.
Did you go to church for that?
No, I actually didn't go to church this past weekend.
Oh, that's not good. I did.
Did you?
I did.
How are you beating me at life like
I
this?
know. Look at that.
What the fuck?
I went to church.
Well, today we are here with the pros, cons of, it's kind of a office life versus working from home life.
Yeah.
Seeing what we got, seeing what the comparison is, how we like both. I mean, mine wins with a landslide. I don't give a shit who you are. And if you're one of those people who wants to work in the office, I'm sorry, you're a sociopath. But yeah. So
I'm right there with you. I agree. I think working from home overall.
100%.
Yeah.
So much so that when I was looking some of the stuff up, I was like, I wonder if there's any like articles or studies about this. And sure as shit there are. And the percentages are way higher. Like
really?
people are way more productive from home. They get more done.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
They're happier, like
the work-home life balance is just so much better.
100%.
I feel.
What kind of shit do you find yourself doing around the house when you're home?
Oh, that's the problem. I mean, it's good, but it's awful because there's times that's a pro and a con. So I'm like a super meticulous person, as we all know, and like if usually my office is off limits to the household. Like it's just my office / getting ready room. And if it's like on Mondays, for example, are the worst because I don't always clean up after my makeup getting ready sessions.
Yeah.
And when I go to work on Monday after a weekend of doing my hair and makeup for 2 days, it's just a train wreck. So it prolongs my Monday morning starting getting ready of working because I have hair and makeup stuff all over my desk.
Yeah, I don't have that problem.
Yeah. So you're lucky you don't have those problems, but I do, and they suck. And It's unfortunate, but it definitely prolongs my Monday morning and it makes it a little bit worse.
I feel it. There were a lot of things that I came across where I was like, oh, a lot of these are like a blessing and a curse.
Right.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
I felt like each thing I came up with, I was like, but that could be looked at both ways.
Right.
Like
for sure.
Like people, for instance. Like people like I'm sitting at home all day nuts.
Right.
I'm in my thoughts, I'm thinking about the things I'd rather be doing, and I'm just sitting there by myself with my music on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, it would be nice to like be working around somebody or like being able to be like, hey, look at this idiot or like look at this stupid email I got or something like, but you can't do that by yourself. And I'm waiting all day for the people I live with to come home, and then they get home and they're tired because they've been at the office all fucking day.
They're like,
and then I'm like a dog that's been sitting there all day, like, hey, you guys want to go play?
Yeah, that's how I am too.
Yeah, and they're like, no, we're fucking tired. Like we've been at work all day.
It sucks. That's like a really hard balance, especially with my husband because he's always at work and I'm like always at home.
I want to be anywhere but my house.
Yeah, and like
once I clock out, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm like, let's go like on an adventure to like the store. I don't care where we go, just let's go. Like it's brutal.
I agree.
Do you feel like your social life, like you have to book your social life up because of the like lack of social interaction during the week?
No, I mean I've always been like that.
Yeah.
Like my time and my planning to hang out with people, like the older I get, unfortunately, it's more in line. Like just because I know I got FOMO. I got bad FOMO where I'm like, all right. Who's doing what day?
Right.
Because I don't want to miss out on anything.
Right,
like,
right.
And then I'll get those plans done, and then whatever's left, I kind of scatter in whatever I can figure out.
Sprinkle and dabble.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's no. I mean, it probably. I don't know. I don't know if it has any altercation. I don't know if it has any effect on how I plan my stuff, but
yeah, I feel like if I don't have plans on the weekend after I worked from home all week and I like stayed in the house all week working, because like sometimes I go out for work.
Yeah.
But if I'm in the house working, I'm like a fucking rabid animal.
Yeah,
and I just want to go out.
I need to get out.
I don't care where I go. I could just go sit in the car. Like I'm happy. But
that's just, this podcast is
right.
Something to look for. It's at least one day of the week I know I have something planned.
Right.
Period.
During the weekday.
Same thing with food. Like it's like a blessing and a curse because you're like, all right, shit, I'm gonna go in and I gotta buy lunch, like, because I'm not gonna prepare a lunch, you know. For
right. You don't want to be the guy heating up the fish.
Yeah. No. Exactly.
Right,
I mean, even though I am sometimes. It's
do
like,
you?
No.
I was gonna say, you're that ass?
No. Fuck that. I'm not that guy. I'm the guy who's talking to all the people with the fish. I'm like, what do you mean you don't want to go to Kuma's?
Yeah.
Like, I'm the biggest asshole when it comes to food. Like, because I'm like, well, if I came to work, I'm getting a treat.
Right.
Like, I need to feel some sort of reward.
That's true. That's how I used to be, too.
Right.
I used to eat so bad.
Yeah.
Or really well at work. It depended.
Yeah.
It definitely fluctuated. Like, when I was dieting really hardcore, I would bring, like, my little lean cuisine. And I mean, not that it's, like, that super healthy, but I was, like, eating my little, like, cuisine things. And that was it. I was like, I can't eat any donuts.
Well, and that's the other well, that's the problem. I was just going to say, that's the other problem. People bringing shit in.
Yeah, it's awful.
The days I've got my fingers, my toes, and my nuts crossed that someone's brought in breakfast, it never happens.
Oh,
and the days that I'm, like, prepared, I, like, brought my little, like, pre-made egg, you know, like in my cup of coffee, like, and I'm just, like, doing me.
Right.
That's when they got bagels, they got donuts. Some guy went through the fucking McDonald's drive-thru and picked up burritos. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's always ass backwards when it comes to the food. Because when I'm at home, I'll, like, for lunch, I'll eat a banana. Like, and I'm like,
same.
I'm going to just wait for dinner. You know what I mean?
But
I can't do that. There's something inside me at work where I'm just like, dude, I'm hungry all day long. It's fucking
awful. Well, I got to
awful.
get out. That's how I feel.
Yeah. And
I don't care. I got to get out of there.
And I'll take, like, a lap around the complex or whatever a couple times if I have to. But it's like, and I have a standing desk there, too. I'm just like, I'm trying to keep my mind off of shit and, like.
Oh, you have a standing desk at work?
They all adjust. Like, they're all electric desks. The place is awesome. Like, if I had to work somewhere, I'm glad I work where I work.
Isn't, like, this, is there, like, really, like, health benefits to the standing desks?
I think they say I think on average, like, while you sit, you burn, like, 300 calories. And then if you stand, it's like just double that or something. I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't looked into it a whole lot.
I've seen, like, the people with the walking pads at working from home. Like
walking pads.
Yeah, there's like a little. Oh,
the treadmills?
Yeah,
we have them at work.
The walking pads for the standing desks?
Yeah, we have treadmills at work.
Damn, that's like intense.
They treat us very well. It's just
Hell yeah, they do.
There's just something about being home. We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
And then dressing up. I hate
I know.
Like this is a blessing and a curse because there are days where I'm like, I'm looking pretty dapper today. You know, put like my nice polo on, tuck in my khakis, put my nice dress shoes on, little brown belt, watch. You know, like I'm a little cologne. Like it's like, and I'm feeling good. But there's other days where I wake up and I'm like, fuck, I forgot to like put clothes out because like now I gotta like design a fucking outfit for today and I got to be out here in 15 minutes.
How do you think it is to be a girl?
I hate it. I hate it. There's days I hate it and there's days I like it. But other than that, the rest of the points I'm going to make today are very gray. No, they're not gray. This was the gray section.
Yeah.
They're very black and white from here on out because this was just like the muddy section. I couldn't fucking like there was just, I don't know. Because originally dressing up was a negative and then I'm like, but I do like getting all dressed up. Yeah.
I liked where I worked, and when I worked in the office, I would work in the back office always. So they didn't really care what I wore, but there would be times where we'd have like meetings and stuff, and I'd have to get ready. But like 90% of my life working in an office, I still dressed like I was homeless.
Really?
Like
well, that's the other thing. Like
I would wear like a V-neck. Yeah. And like leggings and like a sweater because it's always fucking cold.
That's where I'm at. They've gotten kind of lenient on the policy because it used to be like higher end, like business casual. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. Like
Yeah, like we would wear jeans and stuff.
Yeah, well now they're like all right, you just wear jeans whenever you want. It used to be just Fridays,
right?
Which is why we picked Fridays to go in. But now we're in the 2 days a week. And I was like, man, if I could just wear jeans, I guess that'll like lighten the load a little bit, where I'm not trying to put dress pants on in the morning and put a fucking tie on or whatever. Like,
that's
I don't want to fuck with that. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I mean, do you feel like when you are dressed up, though, like you perform better working?
It is kind of like getting your car washed, where you're like, this just drives better.
Yeah.
There is something about it.
Yeah.
Like, if I wake up in enough time, I get enough time, to like
give
myself the routine. Yeah. It is different.
See, I think the hybrid working is worse.
It is.
Because it's like
it's a different mindset.
It's definitely a different mindset. Because your body also like fluctuates and your mind fluctuates. Like you have to be adaptable in that case to be able to be like, okay, I have to get dressed today. Right. And today I could wear like athleisure wear or your fucking PJs. Who cares?
Well, and I got to get up an hour earlier.
Right.
Like I could literally roll out of bed at 8:29 to clock in at 8:30.
Right.
Because my workstation is right next to my bed. I just log on and there we are. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a different mindset. The night before is awful. It's crippling.
The night before is an actual to set up.
It's terrible.
I always say night Kaylee needs to be good to morning Kaylee.
Right. But I'm like, night Joe may never meet morning Joe if he dies in his sleep. So let's get cranked tonight and not worry about tomorrow.
It is like a prep thing.
It is.
Like what is your work routine?
As far like when I get there?
Like when a work from home day and then you're like, do you have like a morning routine?
I mean, and only because I work from home more than I have in the office. Like I get up, I do my my morning routine in the bathroom, all that stuff. And then I start work at 8:30, and then at 10 o'clock is when I do like breakfast / coffee.
Mm-hmm. So you get like where you could clock out, or you have to like clock in?
No. It's like I don't, because it's just 5 minutes. You get up, throw it a Keurig on, and fucking get a cup of coffee and whatever I got for breakfast, Mm-hmm. And then for lunch, I usually do like a 3-mile walk, which takes me about 45 to an hour. Mm-hmm. And at that point, like I'll come home, warm something up, and like I said, I've been eating bananas for lunch. It's like the easiest thing.
Yeah.
I keep a banana in the fridge and I eat it while I work then. So it's not like I'm taking a full hour for lunch. I'll take a full hour to like de-stress, take a walk around the park for an hour. Right. But like then I'm coming back and I'm like, all right, we're on the clock again. I'm eating a banana and we're getting shit done.
Yeah.
And I do that till 5 o'clock, till somebody comes home.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're like pretty disciplined.
Yeah, it's just it's pretty, I don't want to say easy work day, but it's like clockwork at this point. There's not a whole lot of hiccups in the day, and it's pretty streamlined what I got to do, you know what I mean? But what does yours look like?
So I'm salary. So I
don't
punch in or out
Right.
I don't have any of that stuff. So it's very flexible, my job. So it's the good thing is the flexibility, but the bad thing is the routines.
Right. You got to be disciplined.
You have to be so disciplined, and sometimes it's fucking hard. And I do go through like, I've been working strictly from home salary for like 2 years now. I would, it'll be 2 years. And the discipline, I've gone months, like a month where I'm like, I'll have like really good times. And then there's other times where I'm like, I have literally no accountability in myself. I need to get my shit together. Because I'm like, it's noon and I still have PJs on.
Yeah.
And like, I haven't.
Oh, that's, oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm waking up and I'm just in my underwear till I decide to
literally
be a contributing
I'm sitting
member
in my
of
desk in my
society.
underwear. It's
Yeah,
like, what am
it's
I
hard.
doing?
It's
Answering
hard.
emails or like laying in bed still responding to emails. And I'm like, this is not acceptable.
Yeah.
What am I doing? I need to
I
get
hear
my
you.
ass up
I hear you.
and get it together. But then there's days where like I'll work all day and I'll work till like 2 or 3 in the morning getting all this shit done. And then
Really?
I just like powerhouse through shit.
No, the second 5 o'clock hits, I'm gone.
But I won't work then for like 2 days.
Really?
Yeah, that's like the kind of salary job I have.
Gotcha.
Where it's literally like, this is your work. When it comes, you know what it is. You got to do it.
Right,
like,
right.
It's so flexible. It's like, it's almost like too flexible at times where you literally have to be really fucking self-disciplined.
Yeah.
But,
Well, and that's the thing. We get a workload for the week, and however you decide to handle that for the week is up to you.
Right.
You want to do all the work in one day?
Yeah. And then
Sure.
you just free fly through the rest.
But like,
yeah.
there's still daily maintenance you got to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
for sure.
still got to be on damage control.
Same. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like on the weekends, I'll get texts all the time. Like sometimes I'll get a text at 10 at night. Or like an email or something.
There's something you got to action.
And I actually have to like do something. It's not like, oh, I'll worry about that tomorrow. Like,
yeah,
you got to respond.
But there is, again, for me, is there something to be said about how productive I am from home. I can't be as productive at work. It's just different. It's just, there's something about it. And there's people there's people talking to you. There's just like anybody talking about just like, this weather or whatever. It's just, I can't get down with the small talk.
I know.
Yeah,
and the office drama.
Oh, dude.
It's awful.
You have no clue right now.
It's bad right now.
Oh, my God.
I literally like.
Yeah, no, I
can't.
Nothing I'm going to on air, but like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, is it bad?
It gets brutal.
So bad.
But then you have like your work bestie. I always
had
a work bestie.
If it wasn't for my work bestie, it would be hard.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. Like, I would genuinely probably start looking for a job.
It's like, like it's a different relationship. Your
Flat
work
out.
bestie
Yeah.
than like any other.
Yeah,
Because you don't even necessarily, like, I didn't really necessarily hang out with them out of work.
Right.
Very much. Like once in a while, like
You
we'd
need
do
someone
dinner or
there on your
something.
level, though, mentally.
Yes, but you're like, oh,
Yeah.
do you see the shit that's going on? Do you see what?
There's just a look.
Do you
we
smell
have.
the perfume she's
yeah.
smelling? Like
There's
you're
just a
like
look.
texting. Yeah, exactly.
Or if a certain someone walks by,
You're
or
just like-
a real sharp breath, like,
Yeah.
we know what's about to happen. They're
Yeah.
going to stand here for the next 20 minutes talking about nothing, talking about the sports team they don't own.
Right, or we don't care about.
Yeah,
or
that
we don't
nobody
know.
gives a shit about.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got them again. Oh my, you believe it? So, yeah, overthrew third base. Like, what was he thinking? I'm like, oh my God, who cares? Fuck.
Right.
Holy
I know.
shit.
It's always a sports conversation.
Dude, I just can't. I can't. You know me and my sports. I can't do it.
Right. I'm like,
can't.
talk about something good.
Literally
Let's talk about
anything
the
else.
Met. Let's talk about something decent.
Dude, I'd rather hear about the growth on that guy's ass than his fucking
The sports team,
picks
yeah.
or whatever. I can't fucking do it.
Right. I agree.
I'm just gonna get it out of the way. The only pro going into the office, and this is again why it's this might be still going to the love-hate, like just direct communication, I guess. Like if there's someone like not answering their email or
Yeah.
not answering their phone, I could literally walk up to their desk and be like, "Hey, Carol, what the fuck?
Right.
I'm trying to get this done and I need you to do this, or I'm looking for this, or I need a contact, or I need an email or a phone number. Like, you're not answering me." Like, I could literally make that
Direct.
direct face-to-face contact. That's literally the only pro I could find. to being in an office.
I liked the one thing I miss about working in an office is the camaraderie. Because, like, I've had offices where I've hated the people that I worked with, and I've had offices where I loved the people I worked with. Right. And, like, the ones that I loved, like, we would have, like, birthday parties or baby showers or...
Oh, you guys, we're all family here.
Yeah, no, it was all women and, male doctors. And, like... So, like, we would have, like, drug lunches brought in on Fridays, usually.
Drug lunches?
Like, from the drug reps.
Oh, I was like, you just got to do drugs?
No, they would, like, yeah, right. No.
Just whatever prescription drugs were left over. Like, what is this one? I don't know. It's got a P on it. Let's see what happens.
No, they would, like, come in and, like, try and sell the doctors, like, the drugs to use on their patients or, like, whatever, shots or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And so they would bring you lunch, like the office. They'd be like, what do you guys want? And we're like, whatever, Chipotle. They'd bring whatever, you know?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, so every Friday was like a short day. We like were out by 3 o'clock and we would have like these lunches and then we'd have like Friday mornings, our boss would bring in like bagels every week.
See, that'd be good to know too. I would love to just know. All right, cool. If I can't get breakfast together, at least I got a bagel waiting for me.
Yeah, no. Every Friday he would bring in bagels, lox, cream cheese, fruit, all kinds of stuff from this Emma's Bagels in Skokie. It was amazing. And then, so I always knew Friday was like a breeze day. By like 12, we were just talking the rest of the day. Like right after lunch, you'd like
right,
do
especially
all your
Friday.
shit, and then by 3 o'clock you were out of there.
Right.
And you didn't have to worry. You know, it was great. But the camaraderie, like I miss like having like the birthdays, and you try like different cakes from different bakeries and shit that people are like bringing in.
I'm telling you,
I like that stuff.
it wrecked everything because I was on my. Like, again, I try to work out on my lunch. Either I'm going to the gym or I'm going to do a walk or something to stay active. And going to the office now messed that up because, like, I'm in, like, nice clothes. I ain't fucking working out. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not... They do have a gym there, but, again, like, am I going to, like, get dressed and change and get all sweaty and shit during my fucking work hour? No, I'm not doing that.
That's, like, who's doing that?
No, nobody.
My one office actually had a thing where if you had worked out, like, a certain number of times in the month, you could bring in your receipt from the gym and they would reimburse you.
Really?
It was like 10 times in a month. If you worked out 10 times that month and you could prove your check-ins, they would pay for your gym they would reimburse you for it. So it was like nice.
Yeah. I mean, the one at the office, it's only $30 a year. But
yeah, but who the fuck is going to work out?
I don't.
And then go back to work
That's
like
what I'm saying.
that.
You show up all sweaty and stank, like
in your office.
I'm not fucking with that. No.
Right. If it's your house, it's just you.
And there's still not a lot of people in the office.
Yeah.
Either people just like they're not obeying their charters that they picked to come back, or they're just like they don't have the same days we do. Wednesdays, like the office is like half packed, and on Friday, literally you can hear the crickets chirp. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's even worse.
It's nuts.
I used to hate that when like everyone would be like on vacation or they had to like leave early or something.
It's super weird.
It's annoying. The one thing I hated about being in the office is seeing people like the shit they got away with at times, and like it would annoy the fuck out of me. Like it would be like, oh, this girl came in late, but she's leaving early because her kids are sick or whatever, and you don't know about that stuff when you're when you're at home. You're just like, oh, they didn't respond to my email.
I don't care. Yeah, they're not here. Not my business.
But like when you see it in front of you and you're like, how the fuck does this person have a job? Yeah. That's what like sparks the office politics.
There's people who are very concerned about other people's performance,
right?
Who also underperform.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, I can't hear you asking questions like that about other people,
right?
Like, oh, why is this guy late? And it's like,
why are you even
why
here?
Are you up?
Yeah, right.
Go sit the fuck down. You know what I mean? Like, just do your job. Worry about what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, stay in your fucking lane. It has nothing to do with you. Would you be asking if you were at home? Oh, I don't see him online. You know why he's not online or why they're not online? It's like, no, just shut the fuck up and do your fucking job.
I feel like too, when you're in the office, you're more like the one plus is that you don't have as many meetings.
In the office?
I feel like I have less off.
Oh, I literally had it on my
less.
list here that I have more meetings now.
Really?
Yeah, because I come in on Wednesdays and Fridays, so
Mm-hmm.
they're like, oh, all right, everybody's here face to face. Let's get a meeting on the books.
Yeah,
dude.
see-
The 1 week I was like, I literally am not gonna be able to do my job today
you have
because I'm
meetings.
just gonna be in meetings all day.
Right.
It was I couldn't fucking believe it.
That's how I felt when I was working at home from like a corporate.
So you had a lot of meetings from home.
Oh my God. Everything was a fucking meeting.
Really?
I literally had days where I was telling in the meetings, we were like meeting with the CEOs and stuff. And I'm like, do you realize you fucking people have a meeting? I have a Teams meeting every 4 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm getting out of a meeting. I'm late for the next one.
Right.
With the same 6 people. Can't we just have one a day or
Yeah.
these morning huddles? I fucking hated them. We would
Doing
have
icebreakers and stuff.
no, so where's everyone at in their week? Like, I want to go out and do my job. Like, I don't need to fucking speak to you, tell you what I ate for dinner last night.
Right.
Who's we're not doing special intentions for our grandparents who are sick. Like, get the fuck out of here. I just want to go and do my job. I don't
Right.
care what you ate for dinner last night. Like, but I genuinely feel like when you're in the office, you can just be like, hey, so can I just stop you for a minute and ask you this quick question? And they'll just do it.
Right.
But like if you're
Absolutely.
at home, it's a full-blown fucking production.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're going to have a Teams meeting about this. If you send an email like, oh, I have a question about this. Well, let's schedule something on Teams and we'll discuss, then we could do a screen share. We don't need to do all that.
Right,
Just
no.
tell me what I
Yeah,
got to do.
Absolutely. There's one, and that's the thing. There's an individual that produces our software, and there's been an issue since literally fucking January. And I've got an email every week where I'm like, hey, just a reminder, this still hasn't been done. This needs to be adjusted within the software because it doesn't work. And I've CC'd my boss in there. Like, it's just my boss's boss. Like, there's just nothing I could do. And I'm like, all right, so what do I do? Like, they're not in the office when I go in there. They're not fucking like people who just don't know how to do their job. That's like a whole nother episode. Like,
Yeah, right.
I could complain about useless people all goddamn day long.
Oh, for sure.
Because I care.
Yeah.
I hate that I care. I never thought I'd grow to be like a responsible adult where I'm like, oh, I give a shit about my job. But like at the end of the day, my name is on all this stuff. And if it's not getting done properly at the expense of somebody else, I'm like twice as pissed.
I agree.
Because I'm like, I'm capable. I've been at work and I've yelled out loud, I just want to do my job. Like, why?
Right.
But like this person is preventing me from that, or like this, like the lack of information or whatever it is. Like, I'm like, can I just work? Like,
Yeah.
I just want to get what I have to do done.
Right.
Like, it's crazy.
Well, I live by like to-do lists. So I have because I manage quite a bit of operations, you know?
Yeah.
And I have my running to-do list, and it's literally I'm very good at delegating, but I think that I'm good at delegating. I'm pretty bossy, but I'm like,
Someone's got to drive.
I'm literally like, can you just do your job so I could check this off of my fucking list? Because it's been
Right.
on here for 4 weeks.
Right.
And it's got to get done, and it's driving me nuts. And it's still, I have to write it down every day that it's got to be done, and I
you
can't
just know it's not gonna get
physically
done
do
still,
it.
yeah.
It just drives me nuts. That is the worst feeling. Like, you're just trapped at somebody else's mercy, but your name is on it.
It is.
I had that situation last week. I literally, when I was driving to podcast last week, my boss called me and was like, why is this not done? And I'm like, well, did you talk to this other person? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, so I can't proceed until they do their job. And he
Right.
was like, oh, they told me that you didn't tell them to do it. And I was like,
Oh, my
because
God.
they didn't send me a proposal. I'm not going to approve this without,
Right.
yeah, go ahead, have at it. Like, no.
Right.
And then we get a $15,000 bill, and you're like, well, why is this so high? Because I didn't approve it prior to them
Right.
starting work. Like,
Right.
no thanks. Like,
Yeah.
it's so annoying.
No, but that trap feeling goes just along with being at the office. Like, to know,
Yeah.
like, you were literally counting down. It's different when you're sitting at home. You're like, oh, I got some fucking laundry I could throw in real quick. Just take 10 minutes to, like, toss this in and then kind of have a mental note, like, oh, in an hour I got to go down and put that shit in the dryer. Like,
Yeah, I
there-
set timers.
Yeah, there is like a mental cage when I get to that office where I'm like, all right, I have to be here till 5.
It's so
It's crippling.
brutal.
It's crippling.
It is. I don't think I would work at a job where I had to work till 5 o'clock on Fridays ever again.
It's not easy.
I don't think I could do it. After 3 o'clock, literally after lunch, my brain is just shut off.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'm not there anymore.
For sure.
So literally I'm wasting your time and my time being here. And I've literally brought that with me to like 6 jobs.
Right.
Because my one was like, no, 3 o'clock Fridays, that's it. Nobody's even working at that point.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they are so right. Like, it's true. And like, literally, I've changed policies at places because of it. Because I literally can't. I told my boss all the time, like, if it's after 3, I'm probably not on the computer.
Well, and 90% or 98% of my job doesn't require me to be in an office.
Right.
It literally, I was hired at the beginning of COVID.
Yeah.
So it was like,
that was the best thing. COVID taught us all we don't need to go into work.
I'm not gonna lie, I hated it at first. The first 3 months were terrible because I'm like, I was trying to learn a new industry, trying to learn a new job. Like, it was just, none of it was panning out. And I was like, this is going to suck. Like, I don't know how to do this. And then I found my flow and I'm like, oh man, like I'm my own boss. I get my own workload. Nobody's micromanaging me, asking me where this shit is or what's due or whatever.
Right.
Like, the management has a full scope of what we do. There's nothing, you can't hide anything.
Right.
So it's like at the end of the week when they see like just a clean record of what's been going on all week, like I'm like, I don't need to prove anything to anybody. I don't need to provide any information. It's all for anybody to look at.
Right.
So it's like there was no like, what have you been doing all week? It's like, check my workload. You have access to all that stuff. Like, it was that was nice. But now that I'm like back in the office, it's like, like now I gotta like overload my Wednesdays and Fridays so I have things to do in the office.
Yeah.
Because if I get bored, like I don't want to be like, I have no work to do. Like, that's you don't want to say that. Like,
that is
dumb.
my biggest pet peeve in the working is when people go to work to do nothing.
Yeah.
If like I might be late to work.
You know.
Yeah. But when I'm there, I'm fucking working.
Yeah. 100%.
And I'm like, I'm not here. I didn't wake up, drive my car here.
To
just sit here and tell everyone, like, I don't have any work.
Yeah, to sit around and talk about the goddamn weather.
No.
Like, I could do that by
I
myself.
have friends for that.
Right.
I have a husband. I have friends. I have family to call and do that with. I don't... if I'm like not working, I don't want to be there.
I agree.
Like I'm like, I cannot handle when people do that. And they're just like putzing around. They're trying to talk to you.
They
and
made
you're like
8 cups of coffee that day just to do something. Like,
yeah.
They just keep going up there and refilling a coffee cup. They ain't even drinking that shit.
Yeah.
Like, you're just dumping
or
it down
they
the drain.
microwave their coffee 16 times.
I don't understand that.
That irks me too.
I've tried to have microwave coffee. It does not taste the same.
It's gross.
It tastes strange afterwards.
Yeah. You just throw it out. You just start over.
Yeah,
it's okay.
I'm not into that. I'm not into
Go
that.
to Sam's Club. Buy your K-Cups there.
I'm out. Count me out. And then like customizing the workspace. Like I hate fucking.
Oh, I love that.
Like I'm at home. I could there could be whatever I want. I could have as many drinks as I want. I could have like we share our desks. You have to book a desk.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we have a booking system because there's more employees than there are desks now.
That's ridiculous.
So like when we come in, it's like you have to have your desk booked or you don't get to sit down. Like you got to make sure your name is on that desk for the day.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
So do you get to pick your spot?
Yeah, and I picked the same spot since we've been back, but like
that's like shitty.
Like working from home, I'm like my ass is gonna be in the same chair it was for the last 4 years.
Right.
Like, I don't have to worry
it's
about
not
it.
moving.
No, I know where my desk and I have like my little trinkets and my little like know my little toys and like a silly putty and like all my little weird things. And it's like when I go to the office, I have a locker that I have to like take all my shit out, like my headset, my notepad, and my like all this other shit.
Oh hell no!
Yeah, like my speakers and fucking like. Oh, that's the other thing. We'll get to that. But yeah, I even have like a little humidifier that I got there because it's so dry in the office.
I used to always have a little fan that would plug
I have
in
a
with
fan,
my USB because it would either be like literally like the Arctic tundra in the office, or it would be hotter than a fucking cow's
so
asshole.
hot always.
I'm like, and I like need to be cold.
Same.
Even if I'm hot, or even if I'm cold, I need to be cold.
And
I don't know what it
whenever
is.
I'm hot, someone's walking around going, "It's so cold in here."
Yeah.
I'm sweating.
I know.
Standing here.
Or they're like, "Can you turn the heat up
Yeah.
a little bit?" I'm like, "Get out.
Yeah.
Go outside.
I'm
I
like,
can't
we're
take any more
on
shit off."
We're on the top floor. The heat rises to us.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not cold in here. If I'm leaking, it's not fucking cold in here.
Dude,
It's
we
just
used to
not.
have battles in the office, and then when someone would come pregnant, and then they were always hot.
Oh yeah, and
There'd be like constant battles. They'd be like, and then they'd be like, "Did you touch the thermometer?" I'm like, I don't fucking touch any thermometers unless it's at my house.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just complain.
A pregnant woman wins that battle 10 out of 10 times.
Yeah,
There's no getting around that.
You're freezing.
That's it.
Like, literally, there would be days where I'm like, does anyone have a space heater?
Oh my God.
It would get so brutal. But yeah, no, I hate it. I hate it. It's not fun working in the office.
It's not. There's nothing about it. I tell you, the one pro was just seeing people's faces, and even then, I'm like, I'm done with this. Like, I'm not. Do we talk about the commute? Like how we got to deal with the commute?
Oh God,
I haven't even gotten there yet. Oh my God, the fucking traffic.
Oh,
the fucking traffic.
When I get old and I retire, I'm gonna literally drive around at like 8:30 in the morning.
Just piss people off?
And just piss people off. That's my goal.
I genuinely think people are already doing that.
I believe they do. That's
Old
why
people
I'm like,
already have your
I'm
dream
doing it.
unlocked.
I'm doing it.
And if I don't leave at a certain time, there is a bus that locks up the entire fucking route to work. And they stop in front of an apartment complex where like 900 fucking parents come out with their kids, and we got to wait in 4-lane traffic for these assholes to get on this bus while these parents wave like it's the first day every goddamn Friday.
That's ridiculous.
It's awful. It's awful.
Yeah. But it's like, too, it's like, I feel like when you're driving to work, if you don't like have a plan of attack in your head before you're leaving, like you have to have a plan of attack. Like you have to know every route to your job in case some shit pops off.
Right.
And you're just like, okay, well, what? I always would freak out. Well, which way should I take today? And I'm like GPSing. I live 20 minutes, not even 15 minutes away from my job. And I'm like, what do I do? Like, which way should I go?
The problem is mine's a straight
5 minutes
shot.
just to get going.
Yeah. The problem is mine's a straight shot. So there isn't like, it doesn't make sense to go anywhere else.
Right.
Like if I go somewhere else, I'm going out of the way and I'm adding minutes to my trip. And it's like, just why does this bus gotta stop in the middle of I mean, it's on me. I'm just projecting because it's really on me to leave on time. But like when I'm running late and then I see that bus pull up to the apartments that are over there, I'm
you're
like,
fuck
man, it's gonna be another 10 goddamn minutes now.
Right.
Like, and I got a Dunkin' in my hand, so I'm like, I'm gonna walk in late. I'm gonna be that asshole. Yeah, dude.
I hated that. Like
I know.
trying to time out if I would have enough time, and then you get in the drive-through and you're like, fuck. What are they ordering?
Yeah.
It's like 2 hours in the drive-thru, and you show up, and they're like,
"Yeah,
you're late," or your hair's wet, and you're like, that would always happen to me. I'd be like, "Oh, sorry, there was a lot of traffic. My hair's soaked, and I'm coming in with a Starbucks."
Right.
They're like,
they're like, "Yo, none of what you just said adds up right now."
They're like,
just
"No,
go sit in the
you
corner."
didn't.
Right? Yeah. No, that is the hard. And I'm telling you, a 5-minute wait while you're in a rush. A 5-minute wait in a drive-through is a fucking eternity.
Yeah, it is. It's the bane of existence.
It is absolutely incredible. Yeah, it is. You're just like, what am I doing with myself? Like this, what is life right now?
For sure.
You come up with the worst fucking scenarios in your head.
I come up with the best lies, though. I'm always like, well, and I automatically assume, even if they don't ask me like why I was late, I'm always like, well, what can I say of why I'm late? Maybe I got stung by a bee. Maybe like I come up with the craziest scenarios.
I've literally never had to lie.
Oh, I have.
I mean, no one's ever
a lot of times.
I'm not late all the time. Like if I am, I'm usually it's like 5 minutes, if that. And again, I'm salary. Nobody's really asking any questions.
Now, do you have to park and walk?
Yeah, we got
far?
a parking garage. It's not far. It's maybe, I don't know.
You gotta take an elevator and all that shit.
Up to the fourth floor.
It's the worst.
There's a lot of little things I gotta do. You know what I mean? There's a lot of steps.
I don't blame you. I would not want to do that.
There's a lot of steps in the 12-step program to get to work. It's just what it is, unfortunately.
I know when my office switched from being literally 15 minutes from my house to downtown, and they were like,
"Oh fuck no!
You gotta take a bus."
Fuck no!
I'm like, a bus, a train. Park at this train stop and then walk from this place. I was like, I gotta find a new job.
Right.
Sorry. Like, I'm not doing that.
Right.
They're like, well, it's not that bad. Because these are all people that live in the city that moved here from like Iowa and like all these other like places, like, you know, and they're like, oh, I love this
Yeah,
city.
yeah, like this is just what you do.
Yeah, and I'm like, are you fucking delusional?
No way.
Like maybe in Iowa, this is like big city cool.
This is big time, yeah.
Yeah, this is cool. Like you're like on one of these Wall Streets, but this is like fuck you. I'm not trying to do this.
Hell no.
Like,
No fucking way. I worked downtown once doing maintenance.
yeah, no.
And I'll like that's as close to a fucking city gig as I'll ever fucking do. I'll never do that again.
It's the worst.
Ever.
It's
Fuck
the
that.
worst. The traffic, the fucking everything.
Nope.
Awful.
Absolutely
If
not.
I have to get on a bus or a train,
I like to go to the city when I'm not going to work. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck that, man. You can have that shit.
right,
I'm not
a
dealing with that.
downtown
No way.
city girl at all.
But that was the other thing I meant to bring up. I said I'd come back to it. My music. I listen to music all day when I'm at home.
Same.
And if I don't have it, I will fucking go insane. So I have these little speakers at work,
Mm-hmm.
and I got ratted on because someone was like, "Oh, he's listening to music,"
You're not allowed to.
and I'm like, "There's no rule saying you can't." So they didn't go to me. They didn't go to my boss. They went to my boss's boss
Are you serious?
to say Joe Capper's been playing music because the other people that I sit around enjoy it. Like I'll just put on like a Spotify playlist.
Right.
Usually something friendly, like we're doing like oldies or like
Right.
the old doo-wop stuff, like shit that people like. You can't be offended by it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just like it's like happy, good listening. You know, and if it's on a Friday, you know, I'm trying to get everybody in a good mood. Like
Right.
the VP or whatever to the company came in and was like, we want people to be like talking and like getting along and the synergy and just like everyone having a good time. I'm like, what better than playing some oldies jams? Like,
Right.
come on, everybody getting up. And anybody I talk to is like, oh, dude, thanks for putting the music on. Like, it's a real great, you know,
Touch.
great touch to it being in this fucking office that we don't want to be in.
Do you guys have like overall radio?
No, we don't. Because if we did, I wouldn't care. I need
Damn.
something going.
Yeah.
Because
that's
when I
brutal.
don't have it on and all you hear is like the to someone's fan and that's it.
Or like typing.
Dude, yeah,
or like
that's
clicking.
oh my
yeah.
God.
You hear everything.
You
then.
do, you do.
And it's awful. It's
Yeah.
like you're in an insane
You hear
asylum.
pipes leaking. You hear the fucking toilet
Right.
flushing. The guy shitting in the stall. Like it's just it's terrible. I need to have the music on.
Yeah.
So my boss was literally like, "Hey man, like, listen, I don't give a shit,
Right.
but like, my boss told me that someone said something, and I just have to let you know that it happened." I was like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me!" Like,
Right.
I'm like, am I not approachable? Like, am I not?
Yeah, maybe you're
I
not.
thought I was like, I'm friendly as shit with these people. I might not sound like I am right now. I am there to make friends. I'm there to make like
Right.
coworker buddies, like coffee buddies, water cooler buddies, whatever. Like I'm there to be friendly. Like
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely am, and I try to push that energy out as hard as I can because if we're gonna be there with all these fucking people, it might as well like have a good time.
Fuck around,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Which is why I played the music. I was like,
Right.
not only do I need it, but like people seem to enjoy it. It was like just like better vibes and shit. Only to find out like someone was like, "Oh, he's playing music out loud." Like,
Oh my God.
but
Can you
but
wear-
yet they don't want headphones in. Like, you know
Oh, I
what
was
I'm
gonna
saying?
say, can you wear headphones?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can, but someone might rat you out and be like, "Oh, he has his fucking. It says we're not supposed to." And
That's
so I'm like, I'm not
ridiculous.
gonna. I need some form of like not entertainment, but just like something going on in the background.
Yeah.
Where I can kind of get into a flow with. You know what I'm saying? Like every time, like I don't know. There's just something about having music on. I've had it at the majority of my jobs, where even
Yeah.
if it was at Menards when I was working there, you save big money. You know, something was going on in the background,
Right.
where it was like, you know, something just to kind of take your
Well,
mind
it's like
off
an
whatever's going on.
icebreaker too.
Absolutely.
Like you can talk to people about music pretty much at some capacity. Like,
Right.
Hey, I don't like this. I like this. Whatever.
Right.
Yeah, I used to have ear headphones because I literally was like, I cannot function without
Yeah.
music or something. Or I listen, like now I listen more like to podcasts.
Yeah.
But like for me, it's like what I would do is I would listen to like full albums at work, and then I would be like, okay, well once this is done, I can go out and have a cigarette, or like
Yeah.
it was like my way to like break up life.
That's the other thing. And I don't like to compare myself to people, but like when someone goes out for a cigarette every 30 minutes,
right.
I'm like, where does it say in our contract
that.
or whatever, or in our, like, we can go do that?
Oh, see, a lot of places
Like, do
now,
I need to take up smoking in
or
order to
like
like get
smoke
up?
free.
And, yeah.
I feel like, and you like get like penalized.
Oh,
if you're
I mean,
smoking.
these motherfuckers, like they'll walk out to the ends of the earth if they have to have a cigarette. Some of these people, like, they're scratching with like, I got a cigarette. You know what I mean? But it's like, So what? So like, what are the rules? We don't have designated breaks. We have a 1 hour lunch. That's it.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, if these people are going out every half hour, do I gotta like start up a habit to catch a break every once in a while?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm like, well, fuck that. I'm gonna go just walk around the building once, get some fresh air, like. But that's like just the general topic I had here written down, just like general like lack of personal freedom, I guess. It's
it's so like restraining.
Yeah, like once the weather started getting nice, I repaved my backyard on my lunch hours. Like I had these brick pavers that I had, and I was like, all right, I want to get this done. So I took the hour out every day, laid out some fucking. It took me like 4 weeks or whatever because I only had a little bit at a time, but it was like. It was nice. I felt like I was accomplishing something outside of the job at the same time.
I literally get so much done working from home. Like I'm pretty much always caught up on laundry at all times. I literally feel like I could make dinner, like at least throw stuff in the crock pot or something, or like prep the dinner like halfway through the day. I'll be like, oh, like, well, I cut all my vegetables and I made my sides and I just have to like throw meat on the grill or something, you know, it's easy. It's like, and I feel like then at times I eat better at home dinner, like, and I really don't eat lunch at home.
Same.
I'm
down to a banana.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's so easy to just be like, I got a banana today.
Although there is times where I'm like, I got to get out of this house and I just make up a reason that I have to go out. Like, I'm like, I'm hungry, but I'm not actually hungry. I'm just like, I'm going to just go get a Starbucks just to get out of the house and like not be there because I feel like I'm an insane person, you know? But yeah, I don't know. I mean, my plus is that also, which is not relatable to you at all, but maybe some of the girls will understand. But when I started working from home, I stopped using a lot of heat on my hair, like blow drying it. And like straightening it and curling it.
It has nothing to do with me. So.
Yeah, I know, but my hair grew super long.
Really?
And yes, because I wasn't like doing things to it. I was just letting it like air dry, and then my face like cleared up because I wasn't wearing makeup every day, and I saved so much money from buying makeup.
Yeah.
Because I'm not wearing it every day.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Like makeup is expensive.
Oh, I don't know how we didn't catch this on the commute. You're talking about expense. Yeah, the fucking gas prices right now.
Yeah, gas prices are
expense
insane.
on anything. I should have had it like in a category of that, like the expense when it comes to food, the gas, cosmetics.
Yeah,
I'm
serious.
It's like clothes, like the
like you don't have to wear like.
I like took it really seriously at first. I'm like, shit, I got to make sure I have like the proper attire because
so did I
don't want to get chewed out for walking in fucking jeans or like gym shoes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to buy these like grandma sweaters that I would never normally wear. They're like, oh, now that I don't go in the office, so I'm like, they're just sitting in the back of my closet. Waiting for me to have an important meeting or something.
I got enough polos to fit a fucking warehouse right now. Like, it's fucking insane.
It's easier, I think, for guys.
100%.
Because girls, you literally have to, like, you can't be an outfit repeater every week.
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, I got a shower every other day now? What is that shit?
Right. I mean, yeah. It literally it's just, like, not fun.
It's not.
It's not.
After putting all of my data together, I mean, that's about everything I've got. Like, but after putting all of it together, I'm just like, there's no fun. I think they said the grand total was like 67% of people prefer being from home. And I'm like, the other 33% are fucking liars. Okay.
Yeah. Those are the people that are checking KPIs and want you to have a meeting every 4 minutes.
They're writing the SOPs, checking the KPIs.
Right. They're like, we need to have a Teams meeting about this. And I'm like, you could go fuck off.
Like, this could have been an email.
Yeah, everything I realized
could have been an email.
Everything, yeah. That's all that COVID has taught us is that working from home is definitely possible, and 90% of meetings could be an email.
Right. If we've learned anything from COVID, it could be an email.
Yeah, right. Right. In a nutshell, we both prefer highly working from home.
That's it. That's it. I don't care what anybody says. If we missed any points that you're thinking, like, how the hell did they miss that? Like, go ahead and comment. Let us know what the hell we missed.
What you prefer.
The one thing that just, like, came to mind, though, that reminds me of, like, being young again, is when there's, like, holidays in the office, because it's like everyone's like taking off that week or whatever.
Right.
It's like when you get your yearbook and you're like, oh, everyone's gonna sign my yearbook, but you're like going home for vacation for a week or something.
Yeah, I know. It's the best.
But thank you all for joining us. Like I said, if there's anything else you think we missed or any comments you'd like to give us about our insane takes on working from home or working from the office. Let us know how you feel. You know, maybe you
Let
work
us know
100.
your routines. I want to know your routines.
Absolutely.
I love a good routine.
Especially if you work like 100% from home. Like, that's got to get interesting. That's got to get stinky.
It does sometimes.
Next week, we're coming at you with an all brand new topic of
toxic traits.
We're gonna be delving into our own personal toxic traits.
We have lots.
It seems we get a lot more traction when we're giving you the dirt on our personal psyches. So
dramas.
We're gonna hone in on that shit, and it's gonna be another therapy session. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. I hope that if you listen to it, you have a very easy heart.
Absolutely. But until then, if you got any, like I said, if you got stories, we need stories too.
Yeah,
send in your
Slob stories.
We need stories. We need comments. Go on Instagram, follow us, like our shit, talk some shit. Perfect. I don't care.
Right.
Or if you don't have an Instagram.
I have a good news. I
got?
bought a yellow shirt. It's coming in the mail.
All right. That goes out to our yellow listener there. That wasn't a racist remark. That's just a person who likes yellow.
Yes.
For some reason you don't have Instagram, go ahead and send us an email, old school, at the email address of ours, number 2, slobsanonymous@gmail.com. Again, with anything you want us to share on the air, we'll tell them. We'll keep it anonymous. We'll give them your name. Whatever you want to do. Just give us some content. We're really hungry for it.
Oh, my gosh. Munch.
But until then, if you're not having fun,
you got to make your own.
That's right. You got to make your own. We will see you next week on a brand new episode of
Slobs Anonymous with Joey C. and KB.
Is it 5 o'clock yet?
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. I have to hold on. I have to go to the bathroom. I'm sorry. I'm like trying.
A pee-pee or a poo-poo?
I don't know.
Oh, no. I don't know, she goes. 5 minutes later.
You stayed down here? You're so mean. You're still recording.
Yeah.
Oh my
so what?
God. I feel so violated.
Was it bountiful?
No, I didn't even really go. I tried. It was hurting. All right, what were we talking about?